Greetings, folks. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage, and Key is down there, and we have a special guest. So this is our just got back from the Cleveland Model Show haul stash ads. So I'm gonna start with Julie, who will take you through the automotive side of our feature, and then I will show you the bits and pieces that I got. So give me just a second. We'll reposition the camera, and there's the fluffy tail. Hey, bud. Yep. All right. So yeah, just give me just a second. You're on.
Hi everyone, I'm Julie. How are you? So it was a fun trip to Cleveland. Sorry, not Queensland. Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I had a great time. Saw some interesting models on display. I was kind of disappointed with the number that were there, but having said that, had a great day in the vendor area. So, my first purchase today was the Cadillac 1932. It is a really nice monogram.
This is small. This is only 1/24.
I do like the monogram
Wait till the next one.
models. I find them very easy to build. So then we moved upscale. And the next one.
She didn't see the boxes under the guy's table. I did, and away we went.
So this was the first one that we looked at that I got. Very nice 1912 Ford Model T. I'm actually really looking forward to building this one. It is open, but we did have a look inside the box and everything appears to be there.
And it's 1/16 scale, so it's going to be big.
So that was a very nice purchase. The next one that we got is also 1/16 scale.
It just fits.
It is I think it's a 1937.
Yep. Packard Formal Sedan.
It is a spectacular looking kit. Again, it's a 1/16 model, and I'm really looking forward to building it.
And this and the next two, these are Entex kits, which they're not around any longer. But this is the same company that did the 1/12 Lamborghini that I built as a kid, which I picked up a few months ago. So
Next is the Model T truck. I believe this is a 1912 to 14.
1914.
Yep.
1914.
Apparently in here somewhere it has some wood.
It contains micro wood parts with a fine grain in scale with the model.
So that one really excited me when I saw that. I really liked that. I may even change that out for my bootleggers.
I was just going to say that screams bootlegger.
In fact, I am going to change it out. This is going to be my bootlegger build.
Tiffany, Kyle, you heard it here first. Bootleggers Ball group build, folks. Check out Tiffany at Dirt Road Cinderella, Kyle at RKD Scaleworks. Links in the description.
And by the way, the formal sedan and the next one I'm going to hold up were we had finished at the show and we'd gone out to the car, and then we realized that we had money left. And Tim said, you know those other two that you saw? And I said, okay, well, we'll head back in. So we did, and we got this really nice 1933 Cadillac. Really nice looking model. This is not, well, I think it's supposed to be factory sealed, but it's no longer factory sealed because the plastic sort of went weird. So they were my purchases. Now I can tell you the guy gave us a deal on all of them. For the first 3 I got a deal, and then when we went back, he said a number and we said this is all we've got. And he took the this is all we've got. So that's my stash from the Cleveland show. And as I said, I have changed up my bootleggers to the 1914 1.5 ton Healy Duty oversized Model T truck, which will still be with the wood. Oh no, I'm going to have to buy new wood. It's the wrong scale.
I don't know. We'll see.
Anyway, it's still going to be the camouflaged one. So it will be interesting. That's me. Thanks, guys.
All right. Give me a second and I'll find a place to put all mine. Be right back. All right. We're back. So I'm weird going to shows in that I very rarely do the, hey, will you take the, I usually end up paying what they're asking. And how many people are saying, geez, that's stupid. Go ahead, raise your hand, you know. Anyway, I decided I wasn't going to do that this time. And as you guys probably know, I'm starting to delve into military. Well, that delving, this turned into a, as we say at work, a deep dive. So started out, got the German, the tank destroyer, the Jag Panther. You see, this is the late version. So this thing was, it had a tag on it for $30, and I got it for $25. I was feeling pretty good about myself. Just wait for it. So went to these next guys, and they had a couple kits that I thought were pretty cool. So, and these are both factory sealed. So this is a German kind of a Scout semi-track. Was just had a tag on it for $8. I was like,
60.
wow, that's 8.
Oh, yeah.
These are only 8, so not a bad deal. Sure, I'll take that. And then I was also looking for a Stug. So this is a Stug 3, and again, these are all 1/35 scale. This is a DML kit. Not familiar with DML. Somebody who was there pointed out the logo here and said these are basically Dragon kits. I have not built a DML kit or a Dragon kit. Please let me know if I screwed up. You'll know why I'm asking in just a second. So this was, again, factory sealed. It was only going for $16. So $24. I said, hey, you going to take 20? The guy's like, sure. All right. So then we went to the car dudes, and Julie did her first deal for some of her cars. And they came over the PA system and they said, Dean's models, they're getting ready to shut down. And this was only at like noon. So the place had only been open for 3 hours. The vendor area still had 4 hours to go, but they're getting ready to shut down. 50% off everything except decals. I had no idea who Dean's were. So we start walking back around. I look up and I see the sign. And it's the guy that I just, like 15 minutes earlier, offered $20 and got those 2 kits. So I had told her, they had a couple other ones I wanted to take a look at before we left. So that's when the fun started. So, sealed Panzer Kampfwagen 3 for Africa Corps. $16. No, 50%. $8. This was the only one that was not sealed. This is open. Panzer 4. Panzer 4 Ausf late. So that's a Dragon kit. This is another Dragon kit. Again, $8. Sure, I'll take another Panzer 3. Another Dragon kit. Again, 1/35 scale, sealed, $8. And while I'm at it, sure, I'll take another Stug. This is the short barrel. So this is a House B. So this is a DML kit, but again, the guy pointed out the little symbol down there. So Dragon, once again, $8. So all of these for $32. And then there was one more, and this one is outside of my era. I'm really concentrating on World War II. About a year ago, I saw a documentary on TV. You may have seen it. It was about the gun trucks in the Vietnam War, which were basically deuce and a half trucks, 2.5-ton Army trucks that were heavily modified for convoy usage, because the convoys in Vietnam were getting their asses handed to them. So these guys went out, they got the deuce and a halves, and then they got armor and they welded it on. They got 50 caliber machine guns, welded it on. I had seen one of these models. I don't know how many there are. I'm going to look. I had seen one of them come up, but again, it was outside my era, so I didn't really look at it. I remember seeing that show on the gun trucks, but this is very cool. So this particular one was in that show. This is called the King Cobra. And if this looks kind of interesting and familiar on the back, these guys, and I remember this from the show, they took the deuce and a half and then they took an M113 armored personnel carrier, mounted it to the back with the gun on the APC. Plus, you see there's two other guns. So basically, you got the big honking, probably 50 cal up here. I'm not sure what these two are here. $49.50. This thing was going for $99, and I got it for 50% off. I did feel bad because I had it sitting there with another one of my kits stacked on top, and this guy was like, "You gonna buy that? Because if you're not, I'm gonna." And I said, "No, go ahead." I said I was gonna, but you take it, save me from myself. He goes, "No, I'm not gonna take your model, man." So yeah. So I got to build this. I remember this one years and years ago. I built an M113 APC, but I do remember this from the show. I'm going to see if I can find the info on the show, and I'll put it in the description below. But it's just, yeah, it was one of those things that was kind of, too good to pass up, especially at that price point. So, armor plate for the M54 cab. It's it's a 5-ton, so it's not even a deuce and a half. It's a 5-ton truck with the M113 hull on it. It's gonna be something else. There's all sorts of bullet points on the front of this, which are all in probably Chinese or Korean, but it does say there's 50 cal. Actually, there's 50 cals mentioned a couple times. So yeah. So that's the last. But again, what a deal when they announced this. I mean, and they had airplanes, they had ships. There was not a lot of cars at the show, and most of the cars were asking like full retail or more. So those of you who've seen the new Mobius, the Mercury K code, the red one that's just come out, saw that for like $42. The Mobius Nova Resto Mod and the Nova Stock, those were $45. Yeah, some of the cars were really expensive. I texted Kyle and just texted him a picture. I'm like, these are between 42 and 45. Yeah, it's just crazy prices. But then there was a lot more military, and like I said, when these guys said 50% off, I mean, like half the vendor area congregated. And the funny thing is there was all these guys there, and then they were all on the plane side. There was like nobody over on the armor side, and we went around, and that's when I basically bought the entire stack that I'd looked at. So Excuse me, that is our haul from the Cleveland Model Show, which, looking at my watch, it ends in about 10 minutes. Great show. The display area, like Julie said, the contest area looked a little bit light. There were some very cool models on display, but yeah, it looked pretty light. Vendor area was something else. So anyway, that's it for us. We're gonna head downstairs, watch the football game. Go Bills!
Go Bills!
And I'm gonna have to at some point update ScaleMates again. Like I said, if you're familiar with Dragon or DML, the gun truck is AFV Club, which I've heard of as well, but I haven't built any of theirs. But yeah, please leave me know. I did have one person say that one of the kits, the tracks were a bit painful, but yeah, I couldn't pass it up. So thanks very much for watching. Key says thank you. Yes, he does. The Lion King. Julie says thank you. And have a great week ahead. Thanks for watching. And we're out of here.